It was instilled into you as a child that you were destined to perform some very special service.
I doubt if I ever really thought of it that way. Yet, when the chance came for me to go to Georgia, you can see, can't you, how it appeared to me. And now...
I'll leave you two to talk.
What happened to you after the fire? Was your family driven away?
No, the rectory was rebuilt. My parents, of course, were poorer than ever. Yet their chief concern was still our education. When I was 10, I went to Charterhouse, a preparatory school. From there, I gained a scholarship to Oxford. In my imagination, I'd always seen Oxford as a sober, studious place, a kind of scholar's haven. But it was very far from that. Drinking, gambling, the taverns full of students. I was 17, straight from school, and this whole new world astonished me. The absence of all discipline, the lack of thought for anything but pleasure and diversions. Happily, as I soon discovered, learning was to be had by those who sought it. I started to keep a diary, opening it with a list of rules. Begin and end every day with God. Be diligent in your calling. Employ all spare hours in religion. The truth was, I'd already resolved to prepare myself for holy orders. I was 22 when I was ordained. Odd how some moments live with one forever. About this time, my young brother, Charles, obtained a scholarship to Oxford. He was such a gay spirit that at first I was a little fearful for him, but I had no cause. Indeed, believing that none can truly serve God alone, he banded himself with 2 or 3 companions of like mind, meeting together regularly to study the Bible. They asked me to become their leader. We broadened the design of the little society. We decided to give away every penny we could spare. We went out into the town, visiting the sick and the poor. We even set up a small school, paying the schoolmistress out of our own pockets. With the bishop's sanction, we went to the castle and ministered to the wretches in prison, distributing food, teaching them their letters, even the catechism. Among our fellow students, such strange behavior did not pass unnoticed. Above all, they scoffed at the methodical way in which we ruled our lives.
Methodists! Methodists!
But we were not without sympathizers. One in particular. An earnest young man who was working his way through college, acting as a servant in return for his education. Charles persuaded him to come to our room. I was delighted to welcome him and did my best to put him at his ease. I asked his name. Whitfield, sir, he replied. George Whitfield.
George Whitfield? The Reverend George Whitfield?
Yes. I little guessed that the day would come when he would be one of the foremost of our preachers.
Supper's ready.
Coming. Tomorrow I'm going to Oxford to see my brother Charles. We should both be coming back to London on Friday. But could you not come with me?
And have you to show me all these places? Nothing would delight me more.
Then so be it. Both of us are happy.
What do you think? Tomorrow I go to Oxford with Mr. Wesley.
An admirable idea. I congratulate you.
That's Charles's old room, where he first foregathered with his friends.
I know Charles continues to visit the prison whenever he's in Oxford. Are there any others who still carry on the good works of the Holy Club?
I haven't heard of it. One by one, the members have gone their various ways. Yes. Charles, myself, Whitfield, we've all scattered.
What influence you had? Whatever made you leave a life like this?
I never really meant to. I intended to return. But my father was growing old. Between his work and his parish, he wore himself out. Inevitably, the day came when Charles and I were summoned to his bedside.